Hello, I'm Jessica, and today I have for you a great blend of seated and standing yoga. We'll be focusing on improving foot, ankle, and leg strength, as well as enjoying some nice stretches for the sciatic area and to relieve tension through sore joints and muscles. You don't need any equipment today besides your chair, barefoot or shoes, whatever you are comfortable in. Go ahead, get set up. Double check that you are subscribed. If you're not, it's always free. Just click that little red button before you head out today. We're gonna get right on into the workout. Awesome, we are all ready to go, and we're gonna start here to the right side of the chair today. And we're gonna start with a simple mountain pose, getting everything active and ready to work in the body today. So we're gonna start that here, really ground those feet into the floor. If you are barefoot, just widen the toes a little bit, and then soften through those knees just a touch. And then at the same time, pull those quad muscles up to engage those thighs. Tuck those hips forward as you pull those core muscles in towards the spine. It's not holding your breath. And then we'll release those hands down to the sides. You can swing them back a little bit, getting broad through the collarbone, spine through the neck and chin, nice and neutral. So no dipping forward or pulling back, nothing awkward through there, just really lengthening the crown of the head up nice and tall. You're really active through the legs and those core muscles here. Mountain pose isn't just standing here, it's actually a very active pose. And let's go ahead, inhale, take those arms all the way up, hold those abs in. Exhale, reach them down. Just take them to the tops of the thighs, send those hips back, and release the abs just a touch. Arch the back up towards the ceiling, and then you can shimmy the shoulders, stretching more through the upper back, or you can shimmy the hips, stretching more through the lower back and the hips there. Inhale, pull those abs up and in to roll it back up. You have the chair today anytime that you need it to support your balance. It's really handy to have. Go ahead here, send body weight over to the left side. You can hang on to the chair here if you want. And we'll take a few nice circles for this right ankle. And then we'll reverse it, taking 3 the opposite direction, nice and easy through there. 3 on the left, just send body weight over to that right foot. 3, the opposite direction. Great job there. Go ahead, close those hands together or interlace those fingers. Make a fist, and we're gonna put it right in between the knees and take circles here with the knees. Try to keep those feet flat on the floor. 3 one way, and then 3 the opposite direction. You should not feel any pain or discomfort through the knees or the low back here. Release those hands, drop them forward. Inhale again, push from those feet, engage those core muscles to roll it back up. Hip circles, one direction, 3 times. Really feel those ab muscles engage here, and then send it around. 3 the opposite direction. Today's workout is focused on lower body strength and stretch. Good. Pop those hips over to the right side. Send this right arm up 3 times here. Everything should be getting nice and loose, a little more comfortable in your movement. You can come behind your chair if you would like. If you're okay without it, just reach that left arm up and over to the right side as you just gently push those hips to the left. 1 more here. Great job. Make sure that your toes are pointed straight forward and there is even spacing through the toes, the arch of the foot and the heel of the foot, and they're about hips distance apart. We're gonna take a little bit of a warm up here for the lower legs and the feet. So we're gonna come up to a nice calf raise. You have your chair here if you need it. Lower, slow, really resisting gravity there. This is number 2. Up here to the top, hold, strengthen through those feet. Lower, slow. Great job focusing on that ankle stability as we go here. Lower it, keep holding those abs and keep a soft bend in those knees. Let's take 2 more here. Great job. And last one. All the way up. Hold it. Let them work a little bit and then ease it on down. They should be nice and warm. Step each heel forward. Peel those toes up. Reach those fingertips down and bring it back up. Nice and gentle here. If you do not feel a huge, intense stretch, that's actually perfect. Nice and gentle with the body here today. You can use the chair if you need that support, something to connect onto. Great job. Again, stretching through the backs of the legs. Nice and easy. We'll take 1 more here. Bring it back up. Great job. We're gonna step this left foot forward right to the front of the leg of your chair, and we'll step the right foot back. How far back depends on your own flexibility. I do want that back heel flat on the floor, so if you need to bring it closer in, that's okay. Second and third toes point forward, so we're not rotating the foot out to the side. Both of those toes are facing about 12 o'clock on our dial there. You're gonna pull this body tall. You may already feel a stretch through the hip flexors here. Keep working this right knee back. Keep working that right heel into the floor. We don't need to go any further than this. This is plenty right here. What I do want you to do is just focus on maintaining this. This is a great counter stretch for a lot of our seated postures. If you take a lot of time sitting or commuting, these hip flexors can get really tight and it can lead to a lot of problems through the low back and lumbar spine. So it's a good idea to stretch them out, but they are sensitive, so we don't want to go too far. We definitely feel that back lower leg stretching as well. Great job here. Now, what I would like you to do is just lift that back heel up off of the floor, pushing the arch of the foot and the heel up. Hold those abs in, stretching through the base of the foot. Release it slow. Really listen to your body here on what feels good. Don't push it too far. We don't want to stretch so far that you start exciting those pain receptors. The muscle will lock up to protect itself and you won't get a release at all. You want to be really gentle, just right. Nice, easy stretching here today. Release that back down. Very good. Now we're going to take that back foot, step it forward just a touch and a little bit out to the side. And not so much. So you can bring it a little bit closer together, not so much because the stretch isn't going to be for the back leg anymore. We're going to shift it over to our left leg. So we're going to pull those hips back, keeping a soft bend so we're not locking out in this left knee. Soft bend. Reach it forward and over. You can touch the outside of the thigh, shin, or calf depending on what feels good for you. Push from that foot to come back up to the top. So left foot pushes you back up. You're not using a lot of your low back here. Abs are pulled in tight. Reach it forward, big stretch, and back up. Beautiful job. Send those hips back as that body reaches forward. Let's take one more here. You're definitely gonna feel that whole left leg working. Bring it back up. Beautiful job. Step that left foot back, widen out here. Go ahead, ease it on over, side to side. And then we'll go ahead, step this right foot in to the right leg of the chair, left toes come on out, turn those feet out, knees stay back, lower on down, and take one hand to the low belly, one hand to the tush, push the tushy forward as you gently encourage those abs to pull in. Don't push really hard, it's a sensitive area. Lower down here as far as you can, comfortably, feeling a nice front thigh stretch. Work through the backs of the legs and the glutes, the booty area there. Ease it here, we're just gonna hold, we're not gonna move. If this is sensitive in the knees, make sure that they are pushing back, coming out towards the feet. If it's uncomfortable, you come up a little bit higher. Great job here, hold those abs in, upper body nice and relaxed. Beautiful job. From here, we're going to lift those just the right heel up and lower down. You have your chair if you need it. You can connect for a little bit more security. This is gonna require you to balance just a little bit more. 2 more here. On the right side, you don't have to lift really hard. We're just engaging some of those leg muscles, some of those feet muscles. Lower it down. Let's take 5 on the left. Great job here. Slow and steady. Listen to your body. 2 more here. Last one. Great job. Send those toes back, forward. Roll those hips on back. Give them a little bit of a shimmy there as you bring the body back up, and heel, toe, or just step your way on over. We'll take it to the left side of the chair here. Go ahead. We're going to step those right toes forward, left foot back. So we want those right toes right about the front of your chair so that as you step back into that left leg, you should be leveled up pretty close to the back of this chair. You can adjust your footing if you need to. Bend through the front leg just a little bit. That back leg is firmly pressing into the ground. Kneecap is pulled up, engaging through the quad, core pulled in. All of the toes are facing forward to 12 o'clock. Great job here. If it's too intense, shorten your stance. Bring those feet a little closer together. You can challenge your balance here by completely letting go of the chair or using it just as little as needed. Great. Hold on here. Nice. Good solid stretch for the back of the ankle. Also increasing a little bit of dorsiflexion, range of motion, because we're bringing the tibia over the top of the foot. Stretching through the bottom of the foot. I know you feel it working there too, keeping you balanced. And also, like I mentioned on the other side, getting that hip flexor here. So nice, gentle stretch. Great job. Let's go ahead, lift this left heel. Come on up, toes stay connected into the floor. We're not pushing back really hard. We're just lifting the left heel, stretching through the back of the foot. Release it back down, slow all the way back down. Feel that heel press back down into the floor. Back up. Good, keep holding your core in here. Make sure that you're not creating tension through the upper body as you are working for this lower body release. One more here. Lower it down. Great job. You can bring that one in just a touch closer and just a bit wider. We're going to peel those hips on back. You can change your placement if you need to. Hips come back, soft bend in through that front knee. As the hips come back, reach it on down, cross it over just a little bit. Reach where you can, push from that right foot to bring the body back up. Let's take a few more of those. Feel the footwork. If it's too intense, modification here. Just do not reach as far or eliminate the reach completely. You can just bend it forward and straight back up. Great job here. Hold on, we have just a few more. Yoga is great for developing nice, long, lean muscles that are also very, very strong. And I'm sure you can figure out exactly why as we are working with this pose here. Last one. Hold those abs in, hips come to the back. Reach it over, feel that stretch. Nothing crazy, just a nice stretch. Bring it back up. Very good. Step those feet together. Give those ankles a little love. Amazing job. We're going to face our chair now on the left side, and we're going to set the right foot up first. Knee over the ankle, and then we're just going to gently send the knee forward, keeping that foot flat on the chair and back. There should be no pain, no tension, no noticeable stretching or irritation in the knee, the hip, low back, ankle, or foot here. We're just, again, bringing this nice tibia muscle over the top of the foot, increasing range of motion with dorsiflexion. It is very common that these dorsiflexors are not as strong or as mobile as the plantar flexor, so makes a lot of sense. The backs of these lower legs are a lot stronger than the front. I want you to be very, very gentle with yourself here. Always side with extra caution. Bring it back. Send those toes on up. Peel them all the way up, and then curl the toes under and straighten. As you curl those toes under, focus on bringing the arch of the foot up and in just a little bit. Soft bend in your left knee, working on strengthening those foot muscles here. Release. Go ahead, curl them under. Feel the arch of the foot, lightly engage there. Release them back up. Bring those toes towards you and just gently, again, send those hips on back. Reach forward with the chest, so not down. We're coming forward until you feel a stretch through the back of the leg. Great job. Kneecap pulls up, quad is engaged. Helps prevent overstretching. Slide the body back up. Release that foot on down, and let's go ahead, take the same thing, opposite foot. You can change your footing if you need to, but we would like ankle under the knee as our nice starting point here. Hold those abs in and just gently send the knee forward and then ease it back. Make sure you have a soft bend in your right leg. You feel stable on the chair. No pain, no pressure. Through the knee, through the ankle, foot, low back, pretty much anywhere in the body. You can modify this if it's uncomfortable or if you're getting warning signals from the body to any other stretch that feels good. Great job here. Nice and easy with yourself. This is one of those situations where less is more. Being aggressive with yourself will not lead to improvements. If anything, it may cause a little bit of a setback. Release that foot out to the heel. Peel those toes up. Again, soft bend in your standing leg. Curl those toes under. Feel the arch of the foot. Pull up and in. Bring it up. And lightly squeeze. We'll take a few more of those. Good, nice and gentle here. This kneecap is pulled up. These thigh muscles are engaged. Core's pulled in. Good, don't squeeze so hard that you start giving yourself foot cramps. Just a little bit. You have plenty of time that you can grow and build this strength. It does not have to happen all today. Toes come up, hips pull back, chest stretches forward. Great job here. Nice lengthening through these hamstrings. And then let's go ahead, step that off. And before we take a seat for some of our final poses, I would like to take a modified child's pose stretch, but keeping you off of the floor, off of your knees. We're gonna take a standing variation here with the chair. If you have hip, low back tightness, releasing those big back muscles that pull on the hips can help relieve that as well. So what you're gonna do here is you're gonna come behind your chair. I'm gonna turn to the side just so you can see what I've got going on. Hands come out wide, just like we would if we were in that traditional child's pose on the floor. You're gonna walk those hips back. So now we've got a straight arm. And then what you're gonna do is you're just gonna gently soften those knees, soften through the body, lowering the chest down towards the floor. Yours could look totally different than mine. And just gently pull those hips back a little bit, creating length through the whole back. No movement here. You can walk yourself back further if you need to. Feeling a stretch through the chest, through those lats. I'm going to give you a side view here of my neck. It's still right in line with the rest of my spine. I'm holding my abs up into my rib cage, protecting my low back here so I'm not overly arching in either direction. Neutral spine. Go ahead, and if you would like a deeper stretch, set the left hand over to the right. It can be next to it or on top of it. You'll feel a little bit bigger side stretch through that left side. Take the left hand back and go ahead and move the right. It is optional. You can just hang out with this child's pose if you would like. Release that right hand back. Ease yourself on up. Step it forward. You may have a little bit of blood rushing, so be very careful. Slow and purposeful here as you move. No need to rush. Go ahead, have a seat in your chair. Amazing job. The lower body should be feeling really nice, heavy, and relaxed at this point. We'll step those feet on wide, and we're just going to turn ourselves, pushing the right knee back a little bit, turning ourselves slightly to the left. You will feel a nice inner thigh stretch. Should not be painful. It should not be super intense. If it is, bring that foot back in just a little bit to relieve that. Good. Let's go opposite side here. A little bit of a spinal twist. Good. This side could be more or less flexible. Keep that knee. I'm not pushing hard with my hand. I'm putting it here so my knee cannot dip in where I start to lose my stretch. Sometimes the body likes to save energy by cheating just a little bit. Good. Release that here. Step those feet back into the center. Send the hips forward where you have nice flat feet on the floor. You feel a good connection there. And we will lift the right foot. And I want you to think about maybe pinky forward a little bit. So we're gonna turn that foot in just a little bit. Lift the toes, the arch of the foot off of the floor, curl them under. We're gonna take a few more of these. We're adding in some of that dorsiflexion now. Good, working on these front muscles. Let's take one more. You don't have a ton of resistance here, so it should not be crazy. Same thing with the other side. Turn it so the pinky toe is a little more forward than the big toe. Lift that foot, keeping the heel down. Curl those toes under and relax. Good. This is more about feeling the arch of the foot engage than getting a nice curl or tension in through those toes. So if you're feeling the toes more than you're feeling the arch of the foot, just release them a little bit. It might not be the best fit for today. Good. Very sensitive structures in the feet. We don't want to irritate anything else. Release it back down. Tap each set of toes up one at a time. We really want to improve strength through these dorsiflexors. We really want to improve this range of motion. Let's take them both together. Hold them here. Pull them all the way up. Toes are neutral with the foot, so we're not bending the toes up. We're not curling them under. Good. Try to keep the spacing nice and even here. It's a good opportunity to focus on pulling the core in, releasing the shoulders. A couple of good breaths here. Push those heels down. Pull those toes up. You will know exactly which muscles we are working here. Release them down. Great job. And just stretch each ankle forward. Nice little counter stretch here. Gentle with yourself. Feel the arch of the foot working here a little bit as well. Ease it on down. Give them a little tap. Bring some life back into them. Go ahead, wiggle those hips to the back of the chair, and we will cross this right leg over the top of the left. This is a great place for a yoga strap. If you don't have a yoga strap, a hand towel, a beach towel, elastic band, anything that you have handy will work. But what we are going to do is we are going to guide this knee up and in, and we're just going to peel the spine up nice and tall. Feeling a great outer hip stretch here. If it feels good, you can sway side to side, small circles front and back. The only thing I want to remind you with that is just to be sure that you stay in your chair. No big movements here. Slow, small, and steady. Great job. We're going to give this a little bit of time here. We're really going to let these muscles relax and release. Now, if you have been moving and you notice that there's just one little spot where you're like, whoo, there's something extra there. See if you can sit in that spot and breathe and relax. Again, if you're getting pain signals and we're getting more of that response from the body, it's not something we want to continue to sit with. The muscle will try to protect itself by tightening back up. So it should feel a little more intense or tender than the rest of the stretch, but it should not start exciting those pain receptors, those pain nerves. Good. Release it on down here. Whew. Little bit of work there in the arms. Flatten out those feet again. We're going to give the arms just a little bit of a break. Cross that left hand over the right thigh. I like to take my hand right here just to the side and then stretch and twist on that exhale. Hold those deep ab muscles in, sit nice and tall. Leg doesn't collapse in, it stays out. Great job here. Release it back in, and let's go ahead and cross the left leg over the right. Again, it does not have to be flush, it can be up a little bit higher. Reach that arm around, find that leg, could be a little bit tighter, or maybe this is your looser side. Ease it on up. Again, great place for a yoga strap or a makeshift yoga strap of some sort. Hold those abs in. Give it a couple seconds here just to get with the program, a little bit of warning, and then you can start a little bit of gentle movement. Again, being very careful to stay in the chair. Wonderful job here. Breathe and relax. I know these arms are working to hold this leg in, but just make sure you're not doing more than what is needed. So we're not scrunching the shoulders up into the ears real tight, or not really strong bear hug into this leg, just as much as you need. And again, looking for little tender points in here. If something's just a little bit tighter than the rest of it, just sit with that area for a little bit. Maybe give a little mind-body connection and some deep breathing. See if we can relax and release that area. And then go ahead, release that leg, drop it back down, bring yourself up nice and tall, and let's go ahead, take the right arm over the top of this left leg. Left hand can go wherever you feel comfortable. On the exhale, gentle twist here. Leg does not collapse in, it stays out. Take it back to the front. Step those feet wide. Let's go ahead here. Find opposite hand grip on each arm. Bring those heels up and just let yourself slowly relax forward. If it's too much, you can just rest here on the thighs. So we're just releasing the low back a little bit, letting the weight of our upper body stretch us down and forward. You're pushing those feet into the floor, or you're resting on your thighs, still pushing those feet into the floor. Bring it on back up to the top. Wiggle yourself to the back of the chair. Let's go ahead and take one hand here to the heart, one hand to the low belly, and just bring in some nice deep breaths all the way in through the nose. Feel the chest rise, feel the low belly rise with that breath, and then from the low belly, push it out, feel the chest fall. Let's take one more of those. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Soften those arms down to the lap. Relax everything down here. And if you would like, you can bring those hands up to the chest, taking one final good deep breath in. And then honoring everyone's beautiful light, bowing it forward with a namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for this yoga practice. It was probably a little bit of work and hopefully a lot of stretching and relaxing for those leg muscles. So again, thank you for joining me. Until I see you guys again, please take good care of yourselves. Please make sure that you are subscribed to this channel, and I will see you again soon.